Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible. Our loving is so powerful. It's simply unavoidable. Whoa. The trend is irreversible.
Welcome to the future of creative imaging. Introducing the all-new virtual studio by RUBI AI, where imagination meets cutting-edge artificial intelligence. Step into a world where the possibilities are endless. With RUBI Virtual Studio, we've combined the power of AI with the simplicity and efficiency you've only dreamt about. Imagine captivating landscapes that transport you to distant realms, vibrant tunes that breathe life into your stories as if they were created by Pixar themselves, and photorealistic portraits that capture the essence and emotion of human life. The detail, the color, the limitless creativity that can spark an entirely new direction. RUBI Virtual Studio empowers your creativity to soar to new heights. With the flexibility to choose from the most powerful AI image engines on the planet, all in one place, with no additional subscriptions required. RUBI delivers the most value-driven AI platform in the world. Immerse yourself in a world of emotion, where imagery becomes a language of its own. Evoke feelings of joy, wonder, and even nostalgia. It's time to let your imagination run wild and witness the power of creativity come alive. So whether you're a professional artist, a content creator, or simply someone who wants to explore the boundless world of image creation, this is your gateway to the extraordinary. RUBI Virtual Studio, where your imagination comes to life.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to Flexcast. This is going to be a great Flexcast. I can't wait to share. We have a special guest today that has been so engaged with us from the very beginning that I can't wait for everyone to be able to hear from him today. It's Tim McPatridge. You all have talked to him if you've been engaged with this before, because he is so much value to the community. So super excited about bringing him to the floor here in just a little bit. Of course, we got Mr. Moderator, Corey, online. Corey, how's it going today? Everything good? I'm going to add you to the stage. You're live now, bro.
I'm live. I'm scared. Everything's great. I'm glad to be here. Glad to see so many people on this call.
I know. It's so fun to see this grow every week. But all right, so we have a lot to cover. We've been hinting at things throughout the week. So let's kind of get started here and just kind of get moving in our Flexcast. We do have a lot to cover today, so we're going to try to get it all within the hour. First of all, let's just go to what we always do. Let's just talk about making sure everyone's inside the Flex connection. So this is where you guys get all of our information from, from us and from some great moderators, which I get to celebrate one of them today. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm just super excited about where we're headed on to, the path right now, where if you haven't really been able to see what's been happening over the last 24 to 48 hours, actually for the last week, let's just say the last week, you're starting to see a lot more communication. You're starting to see a whole lot more drive into putting the business in the foreground. And so you're going to want to be in the Flex Connection. If you guys are here and you really want to make a business out of this, throw in some fire down there, because this is what it is for me, is that we have opened up by literally choosing to go network marketing to the ability for millions of people all over the world to run a business on AI. And it's super important, I think, that we understand that now. We've got a really good idea of where we're headed with all of our products, our roadmap, where everything like that's headed. And so now it's just about going and putting the pieces together. And that is the fun part of everything that I love to do, is the marketing. So let's know that that's coming. Let's talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. Let me see. I'm not really sure what all this is. Oh, it's about time. So, one of the things that we want to talk about is that some time is better than others. And so it's about saving time. So one of the big benefits for people having RUBI is that they can cut down time on doing some of the things that they do because they have to do it. And they're not spending that time doing things that are really, really important to them. And so that's one of the things is that sometimes is better than others. So this is some things. I really what I wanted to try to do today is just give you a bunch of different things to separate us. And I know Bob Johnson, who's also now been super engaged in a lot of things, had sent me a message and it's like, ChatGPT can do everything we're doing. And I'm like, well, I haven't responded back to you yet, Bob, if you're here. But my thing is it can't. Okay, it tries to be the Apple, and I want to kind of talk about that just right now. Is that ChatGPT, as it starts to develop and move into a lot of different areas, is trying to establish itself in the AI realm as the Apple, where they have their own store, they have everything in one place, and it all works easy together. And here's the reality, though: Apple will never run a Samsung piece inside of their business, and nor will they always be the best at everything. And so that's one of the big differentiators. Number two is I don't want to always be inside of their one platform. Their platform is not intuitive. It's not allowing me to go out and create content and mix it all together and push it out to my end result, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, WordPress, whatever it is. It's not doing that. It's not letting me go and put it all together in one place and then stick it out into the marketplace. I still have a broken workflow. And if you really want to get down to the real best of AI, you've got to go outside of one place right now. It's not all there. And that's what separates us and swims us into deeper bluer oceans. And that's where we're going. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today too, is how we keep separating ourselves from what's out there. And this is one of the things that I think is exciting. If we didn't have all these people sitting there talking about, well, what about this one? And what about that one? Then we wouldn't know that it wasn't a good market or industry to be in. And so we're in the right place because everybody's got the interest there. Now it's just about how do we go carve it up? Well, let me tell you the other big thing that ChatGPT never does, never will do, and never can do. And that is give you an opportunity to make money on selling it. And so that is another huge differentiator that you have to remember that we have, is that if people want to go out and try to make money on the hottest new industry that is going to change the world forever, we're the one that gives them all that capability to do it. And so, yes, customers, they'll ask, what about ChatGPT 4? We're going to go down more of that here in a minute. The other thing that they'll never, ever get on ChatGPT 4 is the ability to really be taught how to use it. Who's going to sit down next to them and say, hey, let me show you what this can do. Let me show you what that can do. Let me show you what this can do. I mean, these are the things that separate you. And I'll tell you one more thing that I think more people are getting better at right now. I know I am. And that is just being so confident in what we have our hands on right now, that all these little things that they ask you about, when you're just so sold on a Ruby like I am right now, there's not one person on this planet that cannot see what I see, that cannot feel what I feel, and don't want what I have. That's where you all will end up getting as you just stay in with Ruby and you start playing with it and you start seeing what it's doing for you. And then as you see with our guest today, what it can do for you in a whole new business platform. If you're just creative and you're open-minded, you're going to be able to find some incredible things to do with Ruby. So kind of preached on that just a little bit. I saw Michelle Harris say, preach. Well, I might be a little preachy today, but that's all right. We're going to get into a lot more preaching here in just a little bit as well. All right, let's talk about some opportunities for you to bring people to see and hear about the business and about Flex, and of course, our amazing product, Ruby. And that is on our Monday morning cast. And I believe this Monday morning, Mike Controlis and Heidi Wild are going to be taking it on. I'm just going to be simply there as a moderator. And I just want to do this so much more where I can just get it started and let you all tell the story. So make sure you jump on. It is at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Central. Is that right, Corey? Did I get that right? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not positive.
Yeah, I think it's 10 Central.
Oh, it's 10 Central. Okay. It's 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain. I got it backwards. There we go. All right. There we go. 10 a.m. Central. And it's going to be awesome. If you haven't heard Mike Controlis, I love his approach to this whole business. Number one, he's been very successful in this industry. He knows what it takes to build your business. He understands how to give you nuggets that you're going to be able to go out and, it just takes one thing maybe to make it click. He's going to be able to give you a lot of those. So hopefully you'll find something there with him. But Heidi Wild with our product, she knows it inside and out, almost better than anybody here. Maybe me sometimes, because she's just in it every day. And so it'll be good for you all to jump in 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain. Early Pacific time, 8 a.m. All right, let's move on to something that's going to happen next week. All right, so next week, Flexcast and its DJ takes a different tone. All right, it's going to take a little bit different way of working. And we're excited about doing this because now we're getting so many people involved and we're getting so many songs. It's actually really hard. And I also don't want to be the person that says, he always chooses this person, you always getting that person. And it's always my taste of music. So I'm going to broaden that out. And so starting next week, we're going to start having a theme. And so next week, you start thinking about it right now. Face forward, transforming Flexcast DJing with style. Think about any song that deals with style or your looks or anything like that. That's going to be what you're looking for next week. And you also will get this in an email on Tuesday that will tell you what our theme is for the week. And that's what you're going to be submission. So now you don't have to do it all in one day. You can actually start to work on it. You can throw a song or two up there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take all the participants. Okay. So everybody that's participating, even if you're not chosen, everybody that's there, we're going to throw you into a random pick. So you actually can be participating in that. And it's not just one person choosing. And so you get that in there. And then the second thing is that we will go through and pick 2 or 3 songs that we think are just killer onto the actual theme. And we'll celebrate you guys as well. So that's coming as a new way of looking at Flex DJ. I just love that. It's like just so fun. And I'll tell you, it's hard. Some of the things that we're doing right now and just moving things around, trying to get our podcast studios and stuff set up. It'll make it a lot easier when we get that done to get some music going. But I just love this part of it. It's so fun. And I hope you guys continue to do that and jump in with us. So participate on that as we get going. All right. That brings us to Flexology. Now, a couple of things we're going to talk about today on Flexology. The first one is I'm going to show you a brand new module that we're going to release today. So I think it'll be a fun one for you. Anybody in the real estate market that you know or talk to, this might be a great thing for them, a huge time saver. I think that's what we talk about most of the time is just what can we do to save people time, effort, and money. And so I'm going to show you that today with Flexology. And then we're going to talk a little bit about something that we're releasing. So that'll be something exciting for some people here today as well. And then we're going to talk a little bit too about where we're going on the social media side and how this is going to work for you. So let's start with Flexology. I want to first start with a new module that we're bringing out so that you all can see that. I have to turn that off to get this up here. All right, Corey, can you push that forward? Let me see. Add the stage. Okay. All right, Corey, can you see it okay? Because I can't see it now. My monitor's gone.
Yeah, it's a little small, but
How's that?
that's better.
Better. All right. Awesome. All right. So in your modules, if you'll go in either 2 ways, you can get to modules here. If you go to the circles down here in the real estate, you're going to see a new one down here. This is a booster. It's real estate booster. Okay. You also be able to find it in your modules up here if you want to go booster, and you'll be able to search that out. And then when you bring it in here, you're going to do just a few things. And what this is going to do is going to really make life a lot easier for creating all of the things that you need to do when you're starting to promote a product or a property. And so I'm going to grab a little statement here. So I already have one made up, but okay. So what you're going to do with this is again, it's very, very easy. Again, that's part of our whole goal here, right? Is to make this so that you don't have to know prompting. Let's just call it 123 Sunny Lane, whatever we got to do here. Asking price, let's put 500,000. And then bedrooms, let's sell it 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, right? Okay, and then the property description. So this is just a description about the property. So I'm just going to say this is an amazing place in Miami. So let me make sure it's in Miami there. All you're going to just put in basic stuff about it, the highlights of the property, and then you're just going to hit generate. Now, what's going to happen with this is that you're going to get titles of the property listing. And these titles are things that you're going to be putting into social media, maybe into your emails, anything that you have a headline to. It's going to create 5 of those that you can choose from to push out. And then it's going to give you 3 different descriptions depending on how large of a description you need. So a brief one, it's going to give you a medium length one, and then it's going to give you an extensive one. Okay. And as you can see, it's going to bring in some of the key features, how much is the property, the 5 bedroom, 3.5 bath. It's going to put the stuff in. It's just going to describe it. But what I like the most about it is that it's actually going to create 5 different social media posts for you, one for TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And so all of those are created directly for you. I'm going to push them over here just so I can get you to see them a little bit bigger. And let me go over here to this. We'll make them large so you can see that. And so I just love that we can come in and we can get all of these things done right here. So hashtags and everything else that you would need that are suggested for you guys to go do that. Super simple, but very valuable when you're trying to create all this stuff to go out to market. And the other thing that, again, we always say, Ruby will put out good stuff, but you and Ruby put out great stuff. And so this gives you a really good idea of where to start if you wanted to go in and try to make it your own as well. So it gives you a really good base. And so super excited that that one's live right now in your modules inside of Ruby. Now we also have 2 cuisine ones that are coming. I'm going to release them on Monday. I have 2 things about it. One is it's a culinary exotic cuisine. So if you ever thought about trying to make some of the most amazing dishes in the world, this is going to give you step-by-step ingredient lists, everything that you need to do that. And then also we have one that says, I like this type of food. It's going to give you suggestions of recipes on that as well. So you can kind of start to get a meal plan or maybe try some new stuff. But every time it does it, it's going to give you a couple of major pieces to it. One, the recipes and how-to steps and the ingredient lists and the shopping list, sort of like the meal plan. But it's also going to let you get a creative description for that. And that's always exciting now that we have the abilities to go out and create imagery. It'll give you the prompt to go create the image so that if you wanted to actually do a card with it, if you wanted to send it to somebody, or if you're wanting to go and develop, out more of a cook plan for you, this would be a good way to do all that. So just, again, making things easy and for life so that people can, participate and have fun with that. So let me stop sharing so I don't waste that anymore. And okay, let's go back to my deck real quick. Let's see. Flexcast decks. There we go. Awesome. Okay. All right. So let's go one more time into what we're going to do today with Tim McFatridge. So Tim, get ready, buddy. We're getting ready to bring you on. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring him in because he hit me with something almost 2 weeks ago. And he said, hey, I just got to tell you what Ruby is doing for me. Number one, he has great stories about what it's doing with his existing businesses and the things that he's already doing. Also, just how it's growing his social platform. And he's shared some of that stuff with us before. But what he said to me the other day, this kind of caught me off guard because it was something I hadn't thought about. And he created an entire new business model based on, Ruby VS and what he could do with it and how he could take things to market. And so I want to bring him in because I think he's got some really good nuggets and some ideas for you all that he can do that with. Tim, I'm looking at you down the bottom. Do you need screens? Do you want to be able to share your screen or? There you go. Say it one more time.
Yes, if that's possible.
Okay, perfect. All right. So let me see here. Do you see down the bottom it says present?
Yes, sir.
If you'll hit present and then you'll do a share screen, you'll choose your screen and I will push it up to the front. Hey, while you're doing that, I'm gonna kind of just talk to you all for just a little bit. So let's talk about where we're going with our social media, our marketing. If you haven't noticed lately, we have done a lot more communication. We're in the middle of doing something right now it's really interesting, actually. It's our win back campaign, which, we had thousands and thousands of people that had pre-enrolled to come into Flex way back when we were talking in June and July of 2023 when we were just talking about bringing this to market. And then we got it to market in our alpha stage in August. And then in September, we kind of went to our beta phase. Then we went full launch on November 11th. And it's crazy to think. I mean, and it's so funny when you really kind of look at things in general is that people are just so impatient. But they had expectations and we let them down because we didn't come out with our full version, as big as they thought it was going to be. And yeah, we had some amazing people who were hyping it up. And, sometimes hype is always better than the real thing. But when you got this thing released in 11/11, it's been really amazing how fast we've been moving it forward from that point. I mean, just going into RUBI VS and now our audio lab, we're going to try to share it out here in just a minute. We're still working on the backside of it. But we're just constantly adding new things every single day and bringing this thing into deeper waters. And so that's kind of like one of the things we were going back and telling people, like, look, if you haven't looked at us lately, you need to look at us now. So what we did this is a 5 email campaign. So you all know as brand influencers here, we're trying to go out and bring them all back in. Okay. And we're giving you a couple of reasons to do that. We're giving them a reason or two to do it. Right. Number one, securing your spot. We have not purged them out of the actual binary. All right. So they're in the 2-team pay right now, and everybody below them can stay there if they don't get purged. We are absolutely purging them at midnight on the 1st of March. So they have until the 29th at 11:59 Eastern time to get in and secure the position by just getting a subscription. Okay. That's all they have to do is get a subscription, 15, 25, it doesn't matter. That secures their position. The second thing is that they're getting double the words and double the credits. No matter where they come in, we're doing our double take promo. And it's hinged around really bringing them back into the fold and giving them a reasons to do that. But it also goes to anyone new that's coming in. So if someone's never purchased any subscription at all, they're going to get the double words and double credits. It's a good time. It's a good time to do that. Now, if you are a brand influencer who's personally sponsored some of these people that we're bringing back in or has sponsored that, we're going to match the credits. So if they come in at the premium, they got 50 credits. Well, it doubled, so they have 100. We're giving you 100 credits as the bonus to bring them in. So it's a double take with a match for you to help get these people back in the fold. So what did we talk about in the first email that went out? We sent that out on Wednesday. Wednesday was going back. We called it Win Back One. And we had an incredible open rate, which is great. And what I loved most about it, and I just love sharing this with you because I want us to be so transparent. If we can be that way, we want to be. We just had, thousands and thousands and thousands of people that got these things. And the open rate was well within like our goals, like between 25 and 30%. Like that's our goals for open rates. If you're running over 20%, you're doing really well. Okay. Just so you understand some key point indicators that you have to understand, performance indicators. Now, we're getting really good open rates. We actually got a pretty good click rate. And so click rate's another big thing. And so we were bringing them to the actual site. Now, what we noticed on the first one is that a lot of people didn't even remember their username. So we got flooded with customer service stuff about what's my username? How do I get in? I can't do this. This is where you all can really help by going and contacting those people who are red down below you in your tree. If you have access to them, you should be reaching out to them and saying, hey, I don't know if you got our emails, but you need to take a look at this because look what Ruby's doing. Look what we're doing. And in all of our emails, we're taking the stance of, have you taken a look at us lately? Now, in the very first one we sent out, I was really like honest, like, hey, we may have let you down and I apologize for that, but hey, this is what you should take a look at us now. Okay. I mean, we may have lost some expectations on it. That's fine. I don't mind eating that and saying, hey, we're responsible for it, but take a look at us now, because what you did want back then, where it might have been a freedom play with the opportunity, or maybe it was just the freedom of time play that you wanted, with a great pitch of Ruby, they're both here now and they're both ready for you to get going. So take a look now, and here's the benefits. Okay. And at the very end of the email, we added the promo. We didn't push strong the promo on that. We really were appealing to them as take another look. You came here for a reason. More than likely, your reasons haven't been fixed. So take a look at this now. And then the second email that we went out on Thursday with was a Win Back 2. That was all about the promo. So the promo was at the top and was driving everything about take advantage of this. Secure your position and double up your words and credits. We want you to play with it. I'm going to give you a lot of room to come in and just run it through its paces. So do this with our double take promo. Now, we also put in there, every time we go, we're putting in the video, we're putting in, take a look at what we're changing, look at all the new things we can do, telling them about the freedom that they can create. So that was in Win Back 2. That was on Wednesday. I'm sorry, on Thursday. So Wednesday went out, Thursday went out. We did not do one yesterday. Now, we did one to you guys. And by the way, hopefully you all are getting the sponsor email as well, because what we did is we have an active list that we're sending to everyone what we're actually putting in the Win Back to the prospects. Okay, so you guys can kind of follow along on that side of it too. So then on Friday, hopefully you got our email about this to go out and promote our deal here. And one of the things you're going to start to see on our Friday and our Wednesday communications with you, there's a lot of value. You know that I'm all about creating over amounts of value that you just can't pass up. Look for prompts. Look for little things that you can do to help build your business. Maybe it's almost like having the newsletter that's coming into you on a weekly basis so that you guys can like expand out what you're doing. And that's going to be an incredible thing. So anyway, look for that. Now, we're not going to do another Win Back until Sunday night. So tomorrow night, we're going to send out another one. This one is going to be all about testimonials and case studies, just what people are doing with the product. Because this is now going back and appealing to them again. It's like it worked for them, it can work for you, and we're trying to hit all those different pain points that they may have or the things that they wanted to have. And so we're going to do that on Sunday night, and we're doing it at different times because we're hitting those different click times and times when people are hitting it. And of course, we're on an international scale, so we're running all these different times and we're seeing which ones are always working better. But then on Tuesday will be our fourth one. And just to give you a heads up on the one coming on Tuesday, it's a little different. I'm going to go and we're linking a video inside of there to me. And I'm just going to make a pitch just like I'm doing to you right now. This is what RUBI is. This is what we're doing. This is where we're going. And we really don't want you to lose your first mover advantage. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really rare in this world that you get in at the right time before anybody else knows about something and you secure a position that could set you up for one of the biggest runs this industry has ever seen. Why give that up? Take a look at us. If it's a product that you can get behind, like the thousands of other ones that have already gotten in behind it, this could be a huge opportunity you don't want to let go. And at the end of the day, it's $15 to $50. It's not like you're changing your life. Just don't eat at McDonald's for a day and come and get your position secured, because it could literally change your life in so many different ways. I'm going to make that pitch directly like that to them in a video, because I think being more personal with them and going right down to the fact that, and then I'll be very clear, it's like, I've been there. I know what it's like to start with something and you think it's great and everyone's got excitement and then it just dies out. The people who make it, though, are the ones that have a little bit of perseverance. And to get in early, it means that there's going to be challenges. And if you brace those with a different mentality, then it's a challenge. And you say, this is amazing. I'm glad that there's some challenges, because if it was so perfect, there would be a little opportunity that everybody would already know about it and it would be so seasoned and ready to go. So you have to understand, with the amount of upside comes with a few challenges, and it's worth it. And I think it's worth it for us to try to save every one of these people that may have seen something that they got in early. That's on our side. That's me. But that's as important to you as it is for us. You need to go get these people. They are the lowest hanging fruit. They already committed once. So now you just got to go and let them see what it is. But that makes legwork for you, that you have to go out and do a little bit of calling, do some DMing, go out and to touch them and bring them back in. The last one, guys, will come out on Wednesday, and it's the day before we're done, right? So I'm giving them 24. It's going to be a subject line that's going to be pretty drastic. It's going to be more about you're getting purged. It's going to be something very direct and harsh like that, because we want to catch their attention and let them know it's over. But I'm going to do two things. I want to be driving them to Flexcast. To Visioncast on Thursday, where they can hear from me or from other people about the product again, and give them one more last chance to really take a look at this. And then, we'll end the promotion and then they also will be purged on the 1st. So lots of cool things in the process of how we're going about bringing this to market to them and going through the win back. One of the things I think you all should be looking at in the process of this too is learning from this process of how we're going through this. The way that we're going through the whole process, getting the strategies put in, everything that you do in marketing should have an intent. Okay. And it should have some indicators that you're watching and following. It should also have everything that is laid out. So you have a real strategic plan from the very beginning. So learn from all this, and then you can see how things move and go forward. The one thing that you're not seeing, and this is in the learning process one more time, the one thing you're not seeing is what happens between all of those emails and the segmentations. So every person that clicked on the buttons to go to, the back office, which the only reason they're going to the back office is because we're saying grab the promo now, right? So the only reason that those are the people who are going there. And for those people that have clicked and they've gone either watch the video or they're coming into this, we're hitting them with another set of emails. And those emails are, we saw you looking at us, all right? And so we want them to know, hey, thanks for taking a look. We are now wanting to go and get some information. So we're putting a survey together for them to take a quick little survey because we're interested to hear what they're saying. That's going to make us better. But we're also going and saying, hey, take that next step and make sure that you secure your position. We have a whole different approach to those people that have made the first indicator that they're interested. Okay. And so we're doing that behind the scenes as well on each one of those emails. We're doing our part, but you have to do yours. So, all right, Tim, you're all good. I see you there. So I'm going to bring us up here first. Let me see. I'm bringing this out. And all right, Tim McFatridge, there you are, buddy. You are there. Hey, everybody in the chat, just throw some fire up for having Tim on here. I am every week that I get to bring somebody on, I just get so excited because number one, I get to hear something that I learn from. And number two, you get to hear from the community of people who are using and building this thing out. So anyway, Tim, thank you for being here. I'm going to just give you the floor. I know you've gotten so much more about what's going on, but I can't wait for you to share with them what you're doing. And if you're ready to go to your screen, all you do is hit that add to stage down the bottom, and I'll put your screen up for you. Okay.
Let me see. Add to stage. I'm looking. I'm sorry, guys. What is going on? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see my screen? All right. Robert, I'm not seeing add to stage. Okay. Can y'all see my screen?
I'm sorry, I pulled my mic off. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good, buddy. I got you live. Your screen's there. You're all good to go.
I was panicking for a minute.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. This actually won't be that long, but if anybody's familiar with NFTs, if you're in the crypto world, NFTs are non-fungible tokens, which basically means you can take anything, and if you can digitize it, you can make it into a NFT, which is minted on the blockchain. You can then sell it. A lot of artists are doing this. I've been doing this for about a year, just small scale. I have a profile on another decentralized social media platform called UHive, where I buy, sell, and trade NFTs on UHive to get advertising space over there. But I wanted to show y'all something as far as that goes. I want to show you how easy it is. So with the NFT, you actually have to have a wallet, a crypto wallet, which is really easy. You can get them out there, download them, they're free. So I use MetaMask, but I just want to show you how easy it is to mint something. So I just started using the site Rarible just because it's so easy to use. So if I wanted to create something, you can see I've minted a couple of things here, put them up for sale. But if you go over here to create, I can click on Polygon, which Polygon is a blockchain. And I will say, let me back up real fast. So you have Ethereum blockchain, or Ethereum and Polygon are the two big ones. I learned the hard way. Don't mint anything on Ethereum because the gas fees, what it costs you to mint that is super expensive. I did one the other day. It was going to cost me $89 to actually mint it to an NFT on Ethereum. It cost me 7 cents on Polygon. So once you're there, you can hit single. I'm going to upload a file. Let's see. I'll do a pirate. So here's, you just basically upload, and I'm created this image on Ruby. So once it's here, you just scroll down. I can hit create. I'm going to do it on Rarible. You can name it. I don't know. We'll just give it a goofy name. Ghostly Pirate. You can do a description if you want. But here's the nice thing about NFTs that most people don't realize. You can create it and you can have a 0% royalty if you want, which means if you sell it, it's sold. I do a 10% royalty. Sometimes I'll do 5%. We'll do 5 on this one. What this means is when you mint whatever image you create in Ruby, you can mint it as an NFT. That NFT has a specific address on the crypto blockchain assigned to it. So I could make this a single image, or I could do 5,000 of them. Each one will have a specific address to it. The royalties, what's nice about it is if I sell this, I'm going to get, let's say I'll do $20 or whatever it is. But if whoever buys it, they pay to mint it. If they resell that NFT, I get 5% royalty, whoever they sell it to. No matter if they sell it 1,000 times, every time it sells, I'm going to get a 5% kickback from that NFT I created because it belongs to them, but I have the rights to it because I created it on the blockchain and I have it set up for a 5% royalty. This is how people are making so much money with NFTs. It's the royalty. So it's just another way for you to capitalize or monetize what you're making on Ruby. This is how easy it is to make. Oh, hang on. I forgot to put the price. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, the price. We'll do 20. So Matic, you can see Matic is the crypto. Matic's basically $1.06 per coin right now. So I'm just doing like $20. So I can go down here, hit create. Hopefully this works now that y'all can see my screen.
What I love, Tim, about this whole thing is this is a totally different way of taking what you create inside of Ruby and monetizing this in so many different ways, right? So one thing about Ruby is, yes, you can go build a great business in Ruby, but then Ruby builds all your other businesses that you can come up with. And I love the creativity of being able to go on things like you may not be thinking that you're an artist, but now you can become an artist just by doing things inside of Ruby and giving you all the abilities to go put this up on the blockchain like you've just done. It's awesome, man. Keep going.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, so it's minted. It took about 20 seconds to mint that. Now it gives me the ability to share it, right? I can share it on Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, email copy. So you can share that wherever you want. Now when you go to view it, it's right here. So you can have it set up to where I have a flat rate of $20. You can also open it up to where you do a bid, where people bid on it, and you can have it go for 30 days, 60 days, however long you want it to stay up there. There's a lot of sites like this. Yeah, there's a lot of websites like this where you could do NFTs. I used to use a website called OpenSeas. It was just their fee for actually selling and housing your NFT it's too expensive. The other cool thing, you can actually come over here and create your own marketplace. So this marketplace is going to kind of be like a digital website where all of your NFTs that you created are housed. So you can push this marketplace. But the cool thing about NFTs, you actually don't have to market them or push them. I mean, you can. It's good if you do. But everybody that comes to Rarible will actually be able to find your find your NFTs on here. So if you see you have collections, so I just want to show you how much some of these people are making. So you have all these are like the top people, right? But there's one, if I could find it, and this is one day, but you go in here. So the floor price of this is 0.474 Ethereum. Ethereum right now is over $2,000 per token. Yeah. There's some of these people making $100,000 and $200,000 every 2-3 months from selling NFTs. That's the cool thing about Ruby. The other thing is I was playing around with this morning, and you can see here I just created an image. I said create bold image from the word bravery, and these are the 4 images it created. And every one of these I want to make them into an NFT. And I mean, it's just it opens up, if you're into that part of it, or if you're into something else. And some of you people, Jennifer, Pam, all you people making those crazy images out there, I still don't know how you do it, because I see some of them like, holy crap, that's like cinematic quality. That you
I know. I tell you what, Jennifer blows me away. She has some incredible things, but I'll tell you, James Smith, he's got some things that are just crazy good. And I'm sitting there going, between OpenSea and Rarible, and there's like a lot of different ones out there to have the marketplaces to do this. Yeah. But there's a whole market out there for you guys that are just creative, and building these things. And I just love the idea that, you can do that inside of Ruby. And one of the things I don't know, can you show us some stuff in Ruby that you've created? Because you've created some crazy stuff as well.
Yeah, let me see. Gallery.
Yeah. And so one of the things I was really thinking is outside the box too, is, obviously we have some advanced features coming on Midjourney that allow you to get really crazy with it. Being very detailed and changing the images as you go. So those are definitely coming. Of course, DALL-E 3 gives you a whole different version and perspective from it. Not a lot of control there, but it's cool just to have that cheaper version of it. But then when you start to see where we're going with, our thumbs I'm going to talk about here in a minute, but take it into the world of video and audio and all the things that you can create, because not only can you do that with a still image, you can actually do it with a video. And so you can create your own little video, your little cartoon, your little whatever, and you can also make an NFT out of that and bring those up as well. And so we're just going to keep expanding out capabilities for you all to keep doing even more content creation and give you even more creativity and ways to go do that. So if you can show us some of your stuff, man, it's awesome. You might have to change that screen, present screen or whatever. You might have to change.
Yeah, because I was scrolling through them. I'm sorry.
It's still trying to get used to it.
Okay, let's see. Present. Sorry.
You're good.
I'm still trying to get to this. Let's see. Stop.
Just for people out in there, I mean, aren't you like wowed by kind of the mindset of what you can do with all these different things that are being made today? Like you just totally can come into a place where you never thought you would ever be into the artist world, but now all of a sudden you can do that. I'm pushing it to stage. Okay, it's visible now.
Okay.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so I have a couple of friends I have one friend who's a Camaro Trans Am fanatic, so he had asked me to make something, so I made that for him, the Camaro. I have I used to do independent films, so I did stunt work and fight choreography and stuff. And some of the guys that I did that with have a independent production company called Dog Pack. So they asked me if I could make something Viking-esque like. And so I came up with this shield, which they're going to be using this as one of their logos for their production company. But it's like this mountain right here, I had Ruby create it just by using the word courage. And I need to slow down because I'm using all my credits because I'm just typing in words just to see what it creates.
Oh my gosh, that's some cool stuff. And I just think the more creative you go, and I think everything that we have talked about, where people say, creativity is stunted with AI. You just have to tell them that they don't know what they're talking about because they haven't used it yet. And when they start to use it, their creativity will, just explode because of the fact that they can start going down different levels of rabbit holes that is created that you hadn't thought about. So anyway, so good, man. So good. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I mean, guys, you know that he's in Facebook. You can DM him or whatever you have questions. I know that he would be more than happy to do it. He's in the Flex Connection all the time. That's where you really could do a lot. He can help you there. Tim, thank you so much. I mean, you are such a huge asset to us here at Flex and Ruby, and just, man, keep going. I can't wait to see more of the stuff you create and all the things that you're doing.
Yeah, and hey, real fast, I know I made a post about it last night, but what started helping me with some of the different images, the realistic ones, were to, like you had mentioned on several videos, I started listing the camera and which lens I want it to be shot with, and looking at it as I'm the one taking the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I look at it like that, it helps me describe what I want in the prompt better to get the better quality or better imaging. So it's really cool.
Right. And I think one of the things you'll find as we get going too is we are bringing in modules for image creation already. So you'll have modules for, like, you know, I want to do an athlete and I want it to be like in a certain place where you just fill in the gaps, just like you do in the words, and it will create unbelievable stuff. I love the ones that we were able to create for the image for Ruby VS. I love that one. I think it's so beautiful and creative, and it's like there's so many things you can do. And so we have all those coming to help you guys get even more details and experience without having to know it all. So Tim, thank you so much. I'm going to go back over here to let me go back to my screen real quick. And I think the first thing that we should probably do now that we have kind of had a second to do this is I think that we should actually do a drawing. Let's do it for, let's do it for hashtag looks. So put that in. Let's do a giveaway. We're going to do it for 50 credits. I'm going to do 4 of them. So 4 of them. Put hashtag looks in, and we'll start going, and we'll give some of things away as we continue to move forward here. I got to shrink my screen up just a little bit so I can see. And let's get going. Flexonomics. I think we talked a little bit about Flexonomics because we're talking a little bit about how we're growing this business right now. You want to drive this last week really hard, guys. Like, one, we have an extra day of the month, extra day of the year. Take advantage of it. Make sure that you're going out and you're using it, because by the 29th, you guys can literally go and put hundreds of people into your organization by going through the thousands that are already said yes once. Don't stop until the first and they're gone. And then what we'll do is I'm working really hard to see if it's possible that we can then pull those people that were personally sponsored by you all, if they got booted out, and letting you know back who they are, and you can CRM them or whatever. If you can do that right now, that'd be really, like, go in your back office and hit the download. That would be something that you could do as well to have the list of those names. All right, so let's go ahead and do our next little deal here. Let's go to share screen. I am going to do this. All right, Corey, can you see it okay? I can't see it. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Okay, let's go here. Okay. The stage. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a drawing. We're gonna do 4 drawings. If you're getting in there, you gotta do it. Hashtag looks. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. The first one. All right, so we're gonna give 4 of these away. And here's what we're gonna do, Corey. If you can give these away as they are actually happening. Judy Kozinski, there you go. You're the first winner. So we're going to actually put this in there. If you go into your back office, or into Ruby, not your back office, go into Ruby and go to usage, you will, under your account, go to usage, you'll actually see that you are now getting these 50 credits pushed in there. It'll probably say something like Flexcast winner. All right, let's do it again. The next one is going to be, I need some music. Let me see if I can throw some music up real quick. Oh my gosh, I won. I can't let that happen. Corey, I knew that was going to happen. At some point in time, we were going to win. We can't win. That doesn't count. Let's see. I have to get some music on. Hang on a second. It's going to be weird on your screen. That's all right. Let me just throw some music up here real quick. Let's do some ducks. We'll do feeding them ducks. That way we can get some music. Okay, here we go. All right, draw again because that one can count. Here's the second winner. And it better not be Corey. All right, Michelle Barnhouse, you are the second winner. All right. Do it again. Hopefully everyone's got their stuff in. See some names flying through again. Alatisha Levy. All right. One more. Here we go. I like these. We get some new names in here, Corey. This is good. This is really good. You know, I know Gentry's want some of those, so I'm kind of pulling for you, Gentry. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so let me just tell you something right now. Get this name, because this name is going to be in front of your face for so long here at Flex. He is opening up Africa, and it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see what happens here with her. Congratulations at 50 credits coming your way as well. All right, let me get the music pushed down here so we can kind of get through some of the rest of the stuff here. All right, let me go to my deck and we'll get these things wrapped up. Okay, so let me push this over. I just want to kind of go through again. We have the double credits and stuff going on, okay? So make sure that you know that right now it's 20,000 words and 20 credits. It's 200,000 words and 50 credits, and it's 1,000,000 words and 100 credits in our double take promo. Okay, so make sure that you're letting people know that it's such a big deal. You're doubling up your first month. Now, I do want to be clear. If you're buying an annual, you're not getting that same double every month. Okay, so you're just getting the double the very first month. And so make sure you're clear in explaining that. We don't want people to buy something and not, have their expectations met. So make sure we know that. And now let's go to our favorite section because we've already kind of started doing a little bit of giveaways, but let's talk about who else is a big winner this week. Our Flex DJ, we're just having some problems playing the music today, which sucks because it's one of my favorite things. But here's Brian Fakir, 20 credits, 20,000 words for you on your list. I absolutely loved it. And then for second one is Katrina Humphrey. I love going into your Chris Stapleton. You have some great stuff there too as well. I wish I could play it for you. Just can't get it playing today. All right, let's go to my most exciting part, which is our influence of the week. And this one was tough. This week was tough because there's so many people engaged right now that are doing great things. But the first one is Bob Johnson. And Bob has engaged all like in the last 2 weeks, so much engagement as a true ambassador. I love that he's asking questions. I love that he's engaged into our calls. And so congratulations, Bob. That's 20 credits and 20,000 words for you in doing the Influencer of the Week. And then Chris McHenry, I tell you what, Chris McHenry's been here from the very beginning. I mean, the very, very beginning. And if you want to talk about a vision promoter, he's a guy that is always pushing to get things better. He's always holding accountable, and I love it. Some people will say it would be annoying. I love it, Chris. I love that you're that detailed and you're that disciplined, and I love that. And I also love that you are one of our moderators on our Flex Connection. We have really good moderators, but you're one on there, and your commitment to doing that is appreciated greatly. So 20 credits and 20,000 words. And I do know that there's one person that has come on like crazy over the last 2 weeks as well. And she is fired up now. So if you can all put in some fire for our profile of the week from Denver, Colorado, it's Miss Gentry Ray. So Gentry, you've got some of those credits coming your way. It's 50 credits and 50,000 words going to you. And so we'll get these to you right there. But thank you so much for what you're doing. Guys, she is a wildfire right now. She is loving RUBI. She loves what it's going to do, and she's sharing it with everybody. And so let's throw some stuff into chat for her there and just let her know that she is very well appreciated because it's incredible what she's doing. So congratulations to all of you and all the things that we're doing. So let's talk about the last thing that y'all are probably sitting here going, wait, what they were going to release something, right? What are they doing? All right, so I'm going to get this ready to go here. In 1 second, we're going to talk about the next piece to come to our image lab. And let me do my, have to switch it over one more time. Let me see if I can get this. You know what? I can do it like this. Sorry, there's too many screens popping around over here. Need to get Corey to do all this screen sharing. That's what we need to do. Screen sharing. Okay, here we go. We're going into this one right here. All right. All right. Can you all see my screen? Corey, can you see my screen? I'm going to bump it up in size a little bit too. All right. I can't hear you, Corey. I guess we're good. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So one of the things that you'll see now going into the image lab, which is underneath Virtual Studio, you have our image creation, which we're used to. You obviously do know that we have the ability to do Midjourney and DALL-E 3 right now. We have the presets that are sitting in here, so you can choose those. By the way, that'll help you do stuff in Midjourney for sure. But then, of course, with DALL-E 3, you don't have those. You only have sizes down here, right? And it's only costs 1 credit. We have Describe. So Describe is awesome because Describe allows you to put an image up and see what it looks like. We have our image gallery. And one of the things that you probably have seen is that there's an error coming up, which is on the grid view, okay? We have a fix for that, but for me to push the fix up, I have to push everything up that we have already on the servers ready to go in our development server. And we're finalizing the testing on the new thing I want to share with you is the ability to do face swap. And so face swap it's in the beta form. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like we put it through its test a lot this week. I had some changes coming because I wanted the workflow to be better. And I'll give you an example of what I mean by workflow is that I want to be able to go and just click on the word swap, no matter where that image is, and have it automatically loaded up as my source image. So now this is the image that I want to put a new face on. And then I can go and add any face that you want to just, put in whatever. Okay. And then you hit create. Now we've been having issues. In fact, they were working on, I'm going to check something to see if they actually have gotten it pushed up here yet. I don't think they have. Corey, I don't know if you've been monitoring that or not. Let me see. I'm asking. So anyway, this is all you're doing in face swap. Okay. You're putting in a picture. The source is the one that you want the new face to go on. And so you'll be able to put new faces on images that you create that might make it a little bit more real for you. This is the one thing I'm going to be very clear on when we use face swap is that impersonations are really something out there. If you're doing public figures, I just would shy away from it. For one thing, you're using their likeness without their okay. And so I think there's some heavy legal things that are happening around this AI industry right now. I would shy away from it. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm not monitoring it today, but as we see the legalities of this starting to come into play, we're going to start putting those into our terms and conditions. And so today we don't have them. However, we are going to be looking at this in the near future to make sure that we're not going to be crossing that line. I believe this is the main reason we've held off on doing video and audio and imagery at the very beginning. And then especially with the face swaps and stuff like that, where you can totally take an identity and stick it on something else. Just be very careful. Use it intentionally to where you're not hurting anybody. Anything that hurts somebody, you're gone. I'm just going to be clear with that right now. We won't tolerate it here. We're not going to jeopardize our company for that. So if you want to do that, just go do face swap somewhere else and don't do it with our product. We're just not going to do that. So it's awesome to do it with friends. It's awesome to do stuff internally, but if you're going to be pushing stuff out there and never, ever, ever create something that is in the likeness of somebody else that you're going to take out and do an NFT on it, for instance, that's not going to be a good outcome for you. So anyway, this is the process of it. And once you hit create, there's going to be two things that happen. It's going to upload the image. And what we're having problems with right now is that we've added all this new ways to go and create this. So when it pulls our image up, we couldn't get the image to show. And you're going to see it here in just a second. This is probably going to go to nothing because I don't think they've made a push yet. Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay. So it actually works this time. Okay. So you're going to see this is how it totally changes the face. It puts in the face that it's going to burn them together. You can have so much fun with this. I'm going to release this at noon on Monday, just like we did with the virtual studio. We're going to push it on everybody noon on Monday so that everyone can go out and use it. Now, if you go into your studio or your image gallery, you're going to find these are already saved there. And you can go and add that swap again. So you can do all of the swapping directly from the images that you have here. Okay. Here's one thing you need to know though about face swap. It has to be a single face on each picture. You can't do the multiples at this time. So it's a single face on each picture. Now we do have the ability to expand this out. We think we can get up to about 5. And so we'll keep on expanding this out as we get pushing more and more into that. Now, one more thing I want you to see as well that we have done here, and that is in Describe. So to be able to take a photo that, I have to load a photo up, into Describe is really awesome because it gives you the prompts, right? So if I want to know kind of what prompts would be needed to create an image like this, I just put it in and I get my prompts. The one thing that was a disconnect though is that you had to copy the prompt and then you had to go to image creation and then you had to put the image, the prompt in, and then you had to go and create the image. So just in the user interface in the workflow, we just thought it'd be a whole lot easier if I just said, oh, I want to use this one. And I'm just going to hit create and it automatically loads the prompt for you now over here and gets you right into where you can choose whichever one you want to go to create that. So working on the workflow, this also is the same coming from the image gallery on your prompts. You can do that as well by just hitting the create out of that and it'll take it over there. So very cool way of getting in and around on the interface. The next big thing that you'll see will be our advanced mid-journey. And I can't wait for that to come in because that's in painting, out painting, panning, zooming, all this good stuff that's going to give you so much more creativity to go and do those amazing things that you've done and want to do. So that is going to wrap it up today. Look for noon for a face swap. Okay. Again, pretty easy, not a big deal to go and try to figure it out. But make sure you have one face per image. We actually say that up here. So just make sure you're reading this before you get going. Use it responsibly, but have a lot of fun with it in the process. And so with that, Corey, anything that you need to add before we go?
No, I don't think so. I thought it was really cool. Somebody submitted a ticket. How do I make this image look more like me? So I was able to respond just last night. Why don't you just come to Flexcast and we'll show you.
Yeah, so that's how you do it right there. Is how you make it look exactly like you. And so that's how you'll do it, guys. Noon Central Time. We'll go ahead and release it. It won't be like this huge big deal, but it's a habit. And this is kind of the launch mode that we're going to be in. We're going to release it. We're going to show things out on Flexcast so y'all have a benefit to be here, see it early. And then on Mondays, we will do the release and we'll do a training on that release at noon. And the reason why we do this is because we're just being smart. It's never good to do big deployments on new things over the weekend. So we always will do those on Monday so that we can have everybody available, customer service, everybody available to go and do what we need to make sure it's good. And it's going to be incredible. And headshots, by the way, I'm just going to tell you, there are about 7 or 8 different things that are in the mix from how about video, like moving images, make an image into video. So many different things are coming, including our editor, including our audio. I mean, there's so much that goes into it. And that's why it's kind of slowing everything down to get it all there, is because there's so much that I want all to go together. It's going to be so incredible. You want something that will stand out away from anything else? Let us finish doing what we're doing in Virtual Studio, because what this will be able to do not only opens up new markets for you, but it opens up really engaging content to grow whatever it is that you're growing, whether it be your SEO, whether it be your company or social media platforms. You will be able to do anything an influencer would need. Create your videos, put them in Instagram, do it in Reels, whatever it is that you want to do right from where you exist inside of Ruby.
One-stop shop.
It's going to be incredible. One-stop shop, and your workflow and your creatives workflow will be incredible. So with that, I'm going to throw us a little song on the way out. But thank you so much. We'll look forward to next week. And I can't wait to get us all set up in our new studio so it's all working and it's like not a scramble every day. See you guys at noon, hopefully. And if not, then we'll see you on Monday night at the corporate update call. And don't forget, we have our morning cast with Heidi and Mike. You don't want to miss that at 10 a.m. Central Time. So with that, have a great weekend, everybody. Go out. Do not stop. We have 9 days, or not even 9 days. We have 5 days left. 5 days left to end the month. Go close strong. Save those people that came in and had a real interest in building this business. Let's do this. All right. How do I get there? There we go. All right. See you guys.